Sunday project, number 7. I think it's 7. Took a break last week, was being lazy, but today's mission, I'm gonna try and make a bookshelf out of just the scrap wood that I have from past projects. I'm tired of spending money on wood, so it's not gonna be a very big bookshelf. I don't have a ton of books, but I'm getting more and more into it. No room for mistakes this time. No room for error. I only have a limited amount of wood and I'm not going to the store. I say that now. I'm not going to the store. But some pine, some oak, odds and ends of all kinds of different lumbers. This is what we're working with. Just random odds and ends. And a dog. So let's see what we can do. I've got an idea in mind. So these two, I think I'm going to cut in half. That'll give me an 18-inch bookshelf minus, the 1/4-inch thickness that these are. That should be just enough for me to have one shelf kind of placed. I think I'm going to use this piece for it, so it's going to only be about this wide. And then maybe I can come in at the corners and figure out a cut for all these little bits to give it some more stability. But that's the idea right now. We'll see how far we get with it. Forgot to mention too, I would like to do this with as few screws as possible. I want to actually try and get into some woodworking using my new chisels I bought a couple weeks ago that I haven't really gotten to use yet. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know how to use these, like the proper way, but I have an idea. I've seen people do it. Just want to see if I can do it, Next project, I've been saying this for a while, needs to be a table. I don't have any real estate to do this without bending over, hurting my knees and back. But we'll just start off, I think, making these shorter. I can do that. I can make wood shorter. From the last project, she doesn't know where to go. From my last project, I think I'm starting to figure out miter cuts. I think. So we'll see if I can successfully do this first try at just making a box. It just sounds easy, and it should be, but it's not. Not yet, at least, but we're working on it. Battery time. Oh man. And I bought some glue for this one, but what I'm also thinking I can do with it is just drill out maybe 2 holes in these, get a little scrap, little piece of peg or whatever, shove it in there, and just make a press fit. Will that work? But try. I think that'll work. First try on that. All within probably an 1/8 of each other. Cool, getting better. Now, how do I combine those? What's going to be the best way for me to do that? I bought these clamps 2 weeks ago, but I don't know. Let's see, maybe they're long enough. See, I don't know. What would be the best way to do this? How do I keep this box together while I'm doing it? Maybe I just glue it first. Try that. I haven't tried that before. Let's just glue it first, and then wait for it to dry while I kind of plan out the rest of it. I'm gonna scratch it up first before I try gluing it. I want this to be sturdy, I like that the quality of what I'm doing, like every little project I have, the quality's getting just a little bit better each time. I have higher and higher standards for what I'm doing. And this isn't anything, you know, I don't think noteworthy. Like, I'm not going to go, I probably will. I will show this off to my kids. But, you know, it's not something that I would sell, I don't think. If I was going to put my name on something and say I made this, and it is worthy for somebody to buy and spend money on, I would put, I think, a lot more effort into it, more than just like a couple hours on a Sunday. Speaking of Sunday, church was great today. Good day at church. It's always nice whenever the services like just resonates with you and you're like, ooh, I needed that one, you know. It's about what's your identity, right? I think there's a whole lot of, you know, I identify as this kind of stuff. Not that it was like strictly about, you know, hot button issues, but just about your personal life, you know. Who do you say you are? Who do you identify as, you know? Are you a carpenter? Is that the face you want people to see? Are you a dancer? You know, stuff like that. But when you're talking about Christ and living for Him, living to be closer to Christ, our identity should be in Him. Our identity should be, I'm a Christian and I'm a follower of Christ. And I thought that was good to hear, you know. It's nice to be like just grounded like that every once in a while and remember, you know, this is what we're trying to do. Oh, and a sharp knife. You want to figure out how to do that? Go check out number 2 or something, whatever that was, Daily Projects 2. That didn't work at all. Alright, so I'm going to have to hold this for a second, I think. Oh man, that's fast. That's already drying. I should really glue this on its side so I don't have to hold it. That works, I think. Just let that be for a little bit. I think that's at 90. There you go. While that's drying, I kind of want to try a different way with these ones, just for practice, just to broaden my horizons on ways to make this work. So I'm going to measure out and drill holes, hopefully in the exact same spot on these. These boards are a little bit off from each other. Why is that so much shorter? It's like an 1/8 of an inch difference, man. Whatever, we'll send it. So, I think I'm just going to do one in the center, because I'm still going to glue these, I think, but it'll make it way easier if I have just one. There's 3.5, so I don't want to drill all the way through it. I think I go straight on. Or as straight on as we can, you know. Dang it. But we drilled all the way through. That's fine. Lessons learned. And same thing for this one. I've been so close to just buying a carpenter's belt. Even though I have one, it's just in Indiana. I'm not going back there anytime soon. What was it? I already forgot. 1 3/4. hopefully not go all the way through this time. I don't think it's gonna hold, but you know, I could go all the way through, put this in there and then chop it. Might do that. Chisel time. No. Well, that's just not working. I think we're just gonna glue it. Okay. After some deliberating, I'm thinking that I can cut this down, maybe into fourths, and use it kind of like supports down here, you know, in the corners to give it a little bit more rigidity. I don't think it'll need it, but I've got the scrap for it, so let's see what this is. See if I can't divide it up into fourths. And I'd like to try, yeah, and I'll flush cut it and set it on, I don't know, do I want it on the outside or set it on the inside? I'm kind of losing real estate if I do it on the inside. Maybe I won't, because the books are going to have to sit kind of on the edges. Yeah, I won't do that. I'm just impatient. I don't want to wait for this to dry. I'm thinking, because this is going to be the actual shelf itself for the books, because I'll have two shelves on it, but I want there to be a backing on this, on the bottom plate and kind of on the shelf, because it's really annoying to me when you put a book in and it just slides right out. I think this should be enough real estate, and I'm not going to do it for the whole length of it, because I'll have some that I'll want to go a little deeper into it, but for most of what I'm doing, I think this will be fine. Problem is, these are all full of just wrong miter cuts. I mean, I've got two of them, so that'll be fine. I'll just cut them down to the same one. I'll cut up two identical pieces. Getting better, that's pretty good. Very flush, very symmetrical, very good. This is taking a long time to dry. Down. Lift up. Cool. All right. Secured, mostly. Yeah. Pretty good with that. Wait for that glue to dry. It's on there pretty snug. I'm okay with that. I'd like to do this now. Do I offset it? I don't know. I think I do the same side maybe. Maybe I offset it. I could glue this on now. But I'm kind of running that risk. I don't know. I think I'm doing the same side. It just seems like it'll work better. Up there. We'll see. That worked. Cool. Yeah, maybe like an eighth over the edge, but it's kind of, I'm okay where it's at, so I'm not going to mess with it. I can sand off like less than an eighth of an inch. Alright, and then we just got the top piece, and then I don't know. I don't know how much I trust this glue though. Now, how far off is this? It's kind of more than I was hoping it would be. What I could do, I don't know how I feel about this, but what I could do is cut up, maybe even like this. It's a little piece like this into, yeah, it's the perfect width. Just cut it into like 1/4 inch slivers right there or something. Screw that in, I don't know. Okay, I decided on just cutting 2 blocks and I'll put them like right here. I'll screw them onto the side for shelving. I think that's really my only option. There's still gonna be a gap, but it's scrap, you know? I made this for nothing. This has come in handy more times than I can name. Like, this is just balloon string. You know, the string just for holding balloons and whatnot. But it's super easy to break off. And there's a ton of it. It's super cheap. You just measure out what you need, pull it right off. It's strong enough to hold up this, and then I use it for my plants mostly, and just little stuff that I'm tying down. But what I'm gonna do, I think, is we'll set this piece up top. I'll wrap it around, and then I can glue it all in so it doesn't kind of expand out. This is gonna be better if I set it on the ground first. But everything matches up. It's pretty square. Not super square, but you know, kind of. I think I'll give this another like 20 minutes. I'll give this another 20 minutes of drying time, and then I'll try and mess with it. I think it's dry enough. I think. We're gonna find out. Nope. Very dry. But I do need to flip it over. Or put it on its side at least. I glued it to the table. No. It wasn't ready. Man. But you know what I can do? That. Kind of prop it up a little bit more. There you go. That'll work for now. But what I can do is kind of mark out where I want these blocks to go on here. So I can do that real quick. I might pivot and not make this like perfect for that. Maybe I just don't put the binder on there. I don't know. But I know I want enough room for the Bible to sit up top at least. So if I do this, I can just take it like to this string, set that up where I want it. I know it'll be about right there, so just like that. And then that'll leave enough room at the bottom for more books. That's fine. It works. I really should just wait until this is dry and I can do this properly, because now it's like sliding off. Yeah, that like glued in wrong. Did not line up very well, and I think it's this bottom one. Honestly, it needs to be kicked up just a little bit. I know this is fine. Okay, update time. This is a disaster. This is going horribly. I've got it all together, and I finally just said, heck with it, and I just screwed it in. But I did better this time at screwing it in, so I didn't have, like... Problem in the past I've had is when I put a screw in, it'll just draw it way too low, and it'll mess the angle up. But so far, everything's lined up pretty well. Little disappointing. Spent the time to put these in. I switched them out for these blocks that I had here, because as soon as I tried to screw these in, they just split in half. So that's why I keep losing things. But now it's like it fits, but at what cost? You know, like that's just not right. I just need one single piece to go there. I said I wasn't going to go to the store, but I might. I don't know. But enough of that. Check out the garden. The garden's going crazy now that that cold snap is over. Peppers coming in. Didn't even notice on here, saw the other day. Check these guys out. I've tried to kill this pepper plant. It's been out of the ground for like a week at one time, and then I just said, I wonder if it'll grow. And I put it back in here, and it just came right back. Plants are cool. I think I'm going to take the cilantro out soon. I think it's just getting late in life. Broccoli, I don't know what to do about this problem. There's just a bunch of little heads. There's not like a central one like I thought there would be. Sunflower blooms, that's nice. And then peas. Peas are going really well. Trellis is working exactly how I hoped it would, and it's still climbing. I've got more. I planted these as a different variety than these ones are. I can't remember. Tomatoes are doing really well that I just put in there one day. This sunflower should bloom soon. Yeah, everybody's doing good. Papaya's doing good. Plants are doing well. I'm not. But it's okay. We're learning. That's pretty sturdy now. Okay. Update. Just cleaning it up. I think I'm gonna put a pause on this for a little bit, but I want to get it cleaned up the rest of the way, get these edges kind of rounded out a little bit. I do want to stain it and do all that, but it's getting kind of late in the day. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Okay, I'm at a stopping point for today. I think I'll continue this, but I need a couple of things. I really just one piece of wood for the shelf part. But I just spent some time cleaning it up, getting some of that extra glue off of there. It's not much to look at, but I'm just looking at the quality of the joints and just learning a little bit here and there. I'm content with it. I'm not obviously super pleased with how it looks, but man, like compare these, not that one, compare these to like this when I first made it. Like that's, come on now. And I got to have a little bit of experience using the chisels and the saw. Just a little bit more experience today. And that's, you know, little bit by little bit until eventually something like this is like, I could do this in 5 minutes, you know? But that's what it's about, a little bit of self-improvement. Every Sunday, trying to get a little bit better at something. But that's it. If you stuck around, thanks for watching. If you came back, if you're a returner, let me know. And let's start a conversation. Or if you just know more than I do. If you just know more about this stuff and gardening and whatever hobbies that I've started posting on here, let me know, man. Always looking to learn a little bit more. Thanks for watching.